All right, good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. So we have another coaching series this Sunday evening. A couple people are supposed to join us as well. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. sharp. That's when we get started. It's only 30-minute coaching. We try to cover as much as we can. Tonight's topic for tonight we picked was easier. So many deals out there. People continue to tell me that there's less and less deals. I'll say there's more and more deals, more and more deals, more and more opportunities. And when you're talking about the time of the year, it is a great time to get to investing. We went into about a 3 or 4 week where it kind of slowed down just a little bit. People started panicking a little bit. There's some more deals. People are not selling. You got to pay attention to the time of the year. Okay, time of the year, what it is. Summertime, right before summertime starts, and the kids are getting out of school, that sort of thing. People are not selling. People want to wait until school's out. They can move out. They can that sort of thing. And that also goes for if you're selling. If you're selling mobile homes at this time of year, it'll slow down just a little bit. But now, right about this time is where it starts picking up again, and right before school starts, you'll see a big jump on that. So get your mobile homes ready, get them rehabbed, get them out there. And when it's that time, you will be able to get some buyers in there, some renters. It just depends on what's your exit strategy. So kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, so tonight's call is better deals, lower entry, and higher rewards. Okay. If it's listed somewhere, I'll remind y'all, if a mobile home is listed anywhere, you will typically not see the mobile home deals that we invest in on Zillow, Trulia, FMLS, all these sites. Why? They don't get listed on there. Not unless they have a piece of land with them, or maybe an entire park, maybe something like that. So the sites for that as well. The type of distressed mobile homes that we purchase, we buy, you're going to find them more so on Craigslist, on LetGo, on Classified, Offroad, LetGo, okay, all these sites. But even so, if they're listed on there, they're either not that good of a deal, not that you can't make them. You're good at negotiating, you can make a deal out of anything, right? But or it's not going to last. If it's a good deal, it will not last. 7 years ago, there was not so many investors in mobile homes getting into, okay? Today's date, there's more and more, which means that for any seller, there is now opportunities. If you don't buy their mobile home today, somebody will buy tomorrow, okay? You cannot kind of sit around on those. And if you do know of a good deal, yes, it is imperative that you jump on it. You jump on it, get it on the contract, do what you need to do, and secure it, if you will, okay? There's other steps, and we'll leave this for another coaching call, is the steps that you should take. That's actually one of the next coaching calls coming up, is, a thorough due diligence. You cannot lock up something on a contract immediately, okay? That's one of the things that I'm seeing a lot of investors is, let me lock it up. If it's a good deal, we'll run with it. If it's not, you pull out. That's bad practice. So, but we'll talk about that on another coaching call. But how do you find these better deals, okay? Lower entry and higher rewards, okay? Again, and I am paying attention to you, Instagram. Yes, I get messages. You don't answer our questions. I'm all over you, so I'm paying attention. Okay, I will make sure I open the floor as well at the end. So good evening, good evening. A lot of people joining us on here. So time of year, the time of year is going to make a big difference in what kind of sales, what kind of off-market deals you're getting out there. When you're passing the holidays, it's usually one of the slower times we see is Thanksgiving, Christmas. And again, time of the year. It's cold out most states, okay? And a lot of people are not selling. That does not mean that other people are not buying, okay? So there's opportunities that you can have on there. But then you get into the February, March, April. That is tax time. That is when people are getting their income tax back. They have money. There's thousands walking the streets, and a lot more people can buy. Almost if you vision real estate, this is the buyer's market at this time, right? And then you slow down just a little bit because you're getting into summer. Again, people are waiting for their kids to get out of school. They don't want to relocate just yet. So you go into that little slow glitch, but then it picks right back up again. This past week, we picked up about 7 mobile home deals. That will probably keep the majority of them. Okay, I'm going to talk about a little bit of that, but we're going to keep the majority on those. Good deals. They're all very good deals. I want to go ahead and rehab them. And that's the reason, is because I'm thinking already, before those kids get back to school, that's when you start seeing people relocate. And we keep a buyer's list, okay? We keep a buyer's list on hand at all times. So that's another thing that you should have. You should really always have a buyer before you have the product. Then you know what kind of product to go out and shop for, right? That makes sense. Doesn't always work that way. Real estate is all about location, location, location. Mobile homes, I like to say, it's all about time, time, and time. You have 10 buyers today, does not mean you're going to have 10 next week. So you got to jump on these kind of things, okay? 4 of those deals that we are keeping Two of those need a little more extensive rehab. Nothing crazy, nothing like we've had to do in a few of the, definitely not the challenge home. If you follow our social media and you kept up with lot number 10, I will remember that lot forever. Lot number 10 in Dublin, Georgia. It took more and more time than we allocated for, more a budget for sure. We broke the budget very early on, but it ended up being one of the best deals. And it did because you can go to our social media and see some of the stories, videos we made because of what followed up with opportunities, how pleased the park owners were, the city, the county, that other deals followed up immediately. Some deals that we had to pay nothing for. Paid $1 for it so we can make it legal. That's another coaching call. You got to be at least $1 to put it on a bill of sale. Or we got deals out of that once we add the actual ROIs and the returns that will come. One of those we're actually rehabbing still. Lot number 14, we'll be putting on a spreadsheet very soon. The spreadsheet that I'm referring to is the Let's Do Deals, where we pitch deals, off-market deals directly off. So it's those kind of returns that we're thinking about. Once we allocate all the above, the returns are a lot higher. Okay. So, and again, you got to think of that. You know, one thing I see a lot of investors when they're starting to invest, they break that budget, they start spending more, they start panicking. I got to sell it. I got to get rid of it. I got to get out of it. And I'm not saying that may not be an option to some investors, as some investors come to me talking about you spend over 15,000 and you still have halfway to the mobile home to go. I would say, yes, you're in a problem. At that problem, you need to cut those ties with it and see what's the best scenario, best exit strategy. Okay. But, you know, having a budget is huge. When you're rehabbing any mobile home, you know, and you will go into that panicky mode if you start breaking that budget. We have another one right now, Albany, Georgia. It has taken longer, and I'm not going to get into contractors and handyman on this call, but because of contractors and handyman, it delayed yet again. We had some issues with the city turning the power. I've dealt with a lot of counties, a lot of cities where getting utilities on is, I mean, it just seems like it is the hardest task for them to do. Nobody knows what's going on. You talk to one person and they don't relate the message. It just kind of goes around the room over and over. After 2 weeks, we finally got power. Awesome. That means 2 weeks we weren't able to do a whole lot of anything though. So that delayed that. Contractors were fed up in this time. They couldn't do work. It just became back and forth kind of thing. And okay, we had to get another set of contractors who showed up one day to work. The rest of it, they just couldn't make it to work. So, you know, and COVID is still being used today, by the way, which is a thing. Yes. But, you know, so all in all, you know, you gotta stay consistent on this. You can't get rid of that, you know, the thought, the end result. When I'm getting into any investing, I already know what my ROIs are going to be. I know what my best case scenario, I know what my worst case scenario, and I know what most likely case scenario is going to be. When you break budget, you know, it just means tightening up and paying attention a lot closer than you already were, right? Anything else that we have to spend on that has to come out of pocket, I want to know. Any issue that arises, I want to know. That could be a phone call, a video call, pictures. I need to see what issue and we need to address it accordingly. Holding on to any property, however, of course, is not making money. The longer I hold on to this property, like one in Albany, 2 weeks later, then it already should be on the market, it's costing me money every day because lot rent comes around, utilities, there's holding, there's insurance, there's so many things. And yes, everything I mentioned, you should have. Let me jump on that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Insurance. Somebody asked me this. Do you really need insurance on a mobile home? You know, life happens. You can't avoid that. Life happens. And I have a coaching call I'm going to be putting up on specifically on two mobile homes that both had a tree fall on them. One had insurance. We're waiting to see the outcome of that one. I want to see what the policy is going to do. And that's how I'll be able to obviously coach the call better. But the other one did not. The other one did not have insurance. And the reason was, I don't really think I need it. Life happened. A tree fell. And now what? Protect your assets, right? Protect your assets always. This are investments that you're getting into. You know, your investment is only going to check out if you make sure. Let me see. Any questions on here on Instagram, you can drop a comment. On Zoom, you can just unmute yourself at any time. All right, let's keep going.
AJ, I got a question.
Bill, good evening, sir.
Hi. What's the pros and cons of buying the mobile home with a bill of sale versus a DMV title?
But it depends where it's at. If it's in Alabama, nothing. Nobody has titles there. You can do everything with them. If you buy one in Georgia, however, you really need a title. And here lately, it seems like they're tightening up more and more. They're letting you do less and less, almost really to a point where a bill of sale is not even holding up anymore. We're seeing that, and that's, every year, January, you're well aware of this, they change the rule regulations, and we've really been hit with this new no title, basically no sale kind of thing. So for something like that, I would say the option is bonded titles, and we are working with a couple companies as we speak, where we're trying to get all the details and everything. It's a little extensive, but it will be a bonded title, and it's a title that you need.
Okay, so the bonded title company effectively can get you a title the same as if you got it from the DMV. I guess they're gonna give you the bond, and then the state says, okay, if you're bonded, we'll give you a title from the state.
So yeah, let me run you through that process real quick, because that's actually, we're dealing with this. We are dealing with this right now on 4 different homes that we have to get. One of them needs to be moved, and as we're told by the county, it ain't going anywhere. It is not going anywhere with
That was
title.
right. Will they give
can't
you permission?
register.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't
So
move them.
So you're held, in the situations like that, where you got the landlord screaming, "Get it off my land!" You got the county saying it ain't going nowhere. You're in a predicament. It takes, long story short, you have to verify the bin. It includes, and this is why it's time, it takes time. You have to get an officer to come out to the mobile home and verify the bin number. It is called T22 form. Once they verify the bin, or if they don't verify the bin, then they have to create a whole new bin. The bonded title does. You take this document, you take your bill of sale, where there it does hold, and they will create or issue a bin if you need it. If not, they'll create the bond, and at that point, you go back to your tax assessor's office where you reapply now using that bond and that bill of sale. And from there, it's 2-3 weeks, you'll have a title.
Okay, so if you can get a title from a bill of sale, but it takes time. So
I want to say about 4 or 5 weeks.
Okay.
4 or 5 weeks is about, and that's everybody doing their part, jumping on. Macon, Georgia. I'll mention the city spot. Macon, Georgia. We're going on 2 weeks, and finally we're getting an officer that's getting around to come verify the bin. So delays like that. There's departments that I say you really can't rush them anymore. That they're going to rush themselves. I mean, calling more and more seems like that and help any. So delays like that. If you're buying a mobile home without a title, I would say you can get a title, but you better be willing to do the time that it takes, because it will be lengthy.
Okay, but and this is a crazy question, but how can somebody just issue a bill of sale? How do you know that that's the person that can legitimately transfer title through a bill of sale? I mean, couldn't I just go into a park, find an old trailer and go, "Hey, Jay, here's a bill of sale. Give me $2,000."
I'm going to have to stop Instagram right about now if we're going to talk about this.
Okay, well, I don't want to interfere with your call. I just
no, it is. So here's the crazy part about that, and I'm glad you're asking that. It kind of strikes me the same way. It's like, okay, well, if the person selling you the mobile home sells it to you in a bill of sale, but they never put the title in their name.
Yeah,
so
how do I know they own it? How do I know?
I'll play the scenario and we'll go with that kind of thing. Okay, let's say the title hasn't been transferred in 7 buyers. The title's lost somewhere. Nobody even knows who the original buyer is, other than the DMV or tax assessor's office. Bill of sale has been done. Bill of sale has been done. Whoever makes it to the bonded title with the first bill of sale, that's who gets a title.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Can you buy a trailer contingent upon getting title? Like,
absolutely.
Hey, I'm not going to give you the money until I get the title from the DMV.
That would be very smart on any buyer's part. Go ahead and make the bill of sale and put all the details. Yes, that's very good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we do. And, those are a couple things, that and something else that we're working on with an attorney. We're waiting to create a couple coaching calls on, because, yes, these counties are changing all the rules. We have one mobile home that we did move into another county. I mean, they were side by side, but it cannot be registered. Thank God they're not making us move the mobile home back. They're saying it's got to sit there. You cannot hook up the utilities or really set it up until the title is in. So we're kind of dealing with the same thing on it as well. But yeah, it was a time when bill of sales go a little further. In some states, like I said, Alabama, they still do. You can move them, register them, and if they meet a certain age in Alabama, you also don't have to even pay taxes anymore. So, just depends on where they're at.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. So, okay, let me see. Instagram. 8:20. Okay, let's move along. So as I was talking with rehab, and I was talking to an investor, was we got 4 of those mobile homes. 2 of those we've already broke budget. It does not surprise me, but we always allocate 4, okay? When you are taking a budget for any mobile home, okay, and no budget is the same, no investment is the same. Many people ask me, how much is it gonna take to rehab? I will only buy it if it takes X amount. You know, unless you use our exact system, you do it exactly like I tell you to, and our contractors, all the above, you know, it's an estimate. It means it's about around, right? Yours may be higher, yours may be lower. Awesome for you if it is, right? But the 2 mobile homes that we have, they went over a little bit of what we had, but what it did was more so the, oh my gosh, kind of moments. Any mobile home that I do a budget for, I always allocate another $500 to $1,000 just in case we have an oh my gosh kind of moment. The oh my gosh kind of moment happened in Albany was the water heater. It apparently was leaking. Okay. Now it had hardwood floors on it, which were damaged, but underneath it had particle board. If all you know what particle board is once it gets moisture or it even gets a glance of water, swells up like a sponge and it falls apart. It is terrible stuff. Why they continue to use it is beyond me, but they do. That whole section had to be replaced, but we had to replace the entire flooring. We ended up putting vinyl once we were done with it, but it was an additional $600, the material and the labor once we got it done. Nothing crazy, but again, things like that you have to keep in mind. The 4 mobile homes that we're going to start rehabbing on is more cosmetics, a lot of little TLC. One of them does have a fire. There was a small fire in the laundry room, which typically I tell you stay away from. When you have a mobile home that has a fire damage, it is questionable as to what all really got damaged. This mobile home, apparently the laundry room, it was the dryer, something sparked, it went off, but they put it out so quickly that it did minimal. There's more damage from the smoke in itself. You know, that's the bad side to it as well, is when you do have obviously a fire inside a mobile home or any house for that matter, the smoke travels throughout the house and it just stains everything. I mean, walls, ceiling, everything. We're gonna have to clean all that up, touch it up, and then paint it, you know, make it always livable, presentable again. So it's going to take a lot of that. It is also full of furniture. The people left, never came back. So we're dealing with that kind of stuff. Okay. But it's all easy and light duties of a rehab like that could be easily, you know, set as to what estimate we have. Then, of course, we have a very good crew who's taking care of stuff like that. The same crew that went from Macon down to Albany, Georgia. We're bringing them back. And sometimes you got to do all the above in order to get the job done, right? But right now, it is a time to invest. People are very eager to sell. Also, another thing that happens right about this time of year is people start taking vacations. People take vacations, and you know, the true hard story is that a lot of people can't afford vacations. They come back and they get behind, and they get behind. And that's what you call a distressed seller. Now they need to sell. Okay. Somebody needs to buy that mobile home, and sometimes you buying it, you're actually doing them a favor. So a lot of deals come around from about that. Off-market deals is what you want. Okay. I will spend time going out to mobile home parks, talking to park owners if you can. Park managers, definitely. You just have to visit their office, give them a call. There's a number there, or just knock on a few doors. Communities, okay? Mobile home parks are communities. Everybody knows everybody. If somebody needs to sell, the person, whoever you knock the door, I'm sure we'll know who that is. I'm not selling, but so-and-so over at 13B or 7A or whatever they are, they're thinking about selling. That's all you have to do to start and get your name out there. When people think about buying or selling a mobile home, they need to think about you. The only way they would do that is if they know you're buying. Okay, so whether it's social media, and I just blasted I think I did it on my stories or a post on social media where I said, what is wrong with this advertising? Somebody had put a bandit sign on the grass, okay, which is very common. That's typically where you see them. But there is a post right beside it, which again, they did a good job by doing it at the entrance, and they did it, you know, where they could see. It's a yellow sign, which, you know, it all checks out. But it would have been a lot better if you put it up high where people can see it. Once that grass grows, people can't read it, can't see it. If there's a lawnmower company, they're going to take it out of the way. So, you know, I want to put my signs up high. So y'all are hearing first on that. But so many ways to get deals. Okay. So many ways to get deals. But, you know, to keep in mind the timing. You have to be with the timing. Okay. Can't get discouraged if you cannot find any deals. It just means you have to try somewhere else. And if you can't find any of the deals, you're always welcome to come and join us on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a mobile home deals pitch and call. All off market, all the deals there are inside of communities. Some have to be moved. Okay, but the ones that are in communities are in subleasing and investor friendly parks. It means we've already done the work for you. We've already built the credibility, and they welcome you in. Okay, deals everywhere. Okay, that is not an excuse. I cannot find deals, or the market is getting congested. No such thing. All right, let's see. Any questions on here? Let me see on Instagram.
Hey Jay, I got a. I know it's not Tuesday or the pitching call, but I have one for you or anybody that might be interested in one in a mobile home.
Aaron, yes, sir. Good evening.
Hey, yeah, I mean, it's a 3 bedroom, 1 bath. I mean, I own it, full and clear, and I was seeing if anybody might have been interested in it.
Where is this at?
This is in Illinois. It's kind of I know it's a little far out of where you're usually at, but it's in Illinois. It's in a good park, and I'm only asking about 6,000 for it. And I mean, I did a full renovation on it. New floors, new everything in there. So I mean, I could post pictures. I could send you some pictures if you want to check it out, or anybody wants to check it out. There's new floors and everything in there. A
Definitely
new deck.
send me pictures of it. And y'all don't forget, no, this is not the coaching call, but this is
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry
don't
about
forget,
that.
we post this on YouTube. We have over 5,000 followers on YouTube. We have the Let's Do Deals Facebook group, which has got over 4,000 people following on. So if there's minimal people that get on these calls, but there is over 600 plus views on our social media that are seeing these. So it's likely that somebody will hear about it. I'm curious though, Darren, Illinois. I have not done as much up there as I should. What is the lot rents up there?
The lot rent is a little high, but it's in a great park. It's in a great neighborhood. The lot rent it's 600, but everything in there is real nice. There's no, it's a great neighborhood. I'll be honest with you.
What do you think the rental rate in the area for a 3-1 is?
I'd say, I mean, the couple of people that I know that are the investors up there, they're getting about 1,000 a month plus the 600 for the lot rent, so about 1,600 altogether.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you, this park. I can send it to you after. I don't know if you want me to say the park's name on here, but it is a really nice park. Like they got some of the parks in there. They got like two car garages connected to them. It's really nice. It's probably one of the best parks I've ever seen.
Well, I was going to say, that's something that we always keep in mind as well. If the rental rate in the area, and I'm going to use Georgia numbers, is 750, but the lot rent is 400, then that means I pocket 350. Minus insurance, or depends on the exit strategy, of course. If you're talking in years, even 1,000 all rental in 600, you'd be 400. Maybe not. But you're saying it's about 1,600. So lot rent 600 is not so bad suddenly. Not
it's real nice.
Yeah, that's $12K a year. So that's opportunities. Send me details. Join us on Tuesday. Join us on Tuesday and bring that on there for sure. We'll get it on there. But if you send us the details, we'll go ahead and add it to the spreadsheet as well.
Okay. Do you want me to just email it to you or?
Yeah, email it to me. I check
I see she put the Gmail on the bottom. All right, I'm gonna just screenshot that and send it to you.
Awesome. Okay. Cool.
All right, thanks, Jay.
Yes, sir. Martha Field, good evening. Happy to have y'all back on here. Okay. All right. So we're winding down to 8:30, and I know this time goes by quick. It's summertime. Everybody's out enjoying the beautiful days. It was a warm day today. That's what it was. But let us talk real quick about next Saturday. I want to cover this. Okay. So we always have coaching calls throughout the week. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. is Sunday coaching series with myself. We have guest speakers from time to time. We're going to have a few more coming up soon as well on that. Okay. Tuesdays, it's Let's Do Deals, mobile home pitching deals, the best off-market deals you can find. We pitch them on here. If you have a deal, if you want a deal, okay, come on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Tuesday, every Tuesday. We put new deals every week as well. And then Saturday mornings, it's more now of a follow-up. It was coffee and mobile home investing, but we turn it more into an update kind of thing. If we have some crazy deals happening, some hot deals, that's when we take the time to Saturday morning. Let's touch up on them again, okay? This Saturday coming up, however, next Saturday, the 11th at 9:30 in the morning, it is going to be a 1.5-hour call. We have the live event coming up on June 25th and June 26th. It is the first 2-day shadow event that we have coming up. And before that, we want to do a virtual one so you can kind of see more of what's to be expected. Bill Omi's on here. He is awesome. He's actually one of the speakers at the event, and he will be talking about cash flow. He does great on that. He'll be talking about that. I'll be taking those for sure. But we'll cover some of that. So join us next Saturday. It will be advertised on all of our social media. Visit GarciaMHU.com. If you're ready to sign up, take your mobile home investing to the next level, go ahead and visit our landing page at jgarciamhlive.com. All the details, all the specifics are on the site. It is still only $4.97 at this time, and it does allow you to bring a second guest, okay? A second guest for free. If you cannot attend both days, day number 1 is the day where we're going to cover every step in mobile home investing. From getting off-market leads to talking to sellers, park owners, managers, direct sellers, making offers. What is a mobile home worth? What's the MAO? Maximum allowed I can offer on a mobile home. How to close through documents. Some of the stuff Bill was talking about, some of the titles, some of the bill of sales. Does one replace the other? All these specifics that you need to know. And you cannot hinder by your success, your education. You have to get out there and do it at one point or another to really learn. But it helps to have somebody to coach you, teach you, who's been doing it for a while. They can really show you. Like I mentioned, Bill's going to be talking about cash flow. We have another speaker who's going to be talking about LLCs, corporations, how to set those up. Another speaker who's going to be talking about, yes, sir, about branding, marketing. Like I mentioned, when you're talking about buying or selling a mobile home, people should be thinking about you. The only way that happens is if you brand, market, and advertise yourself accordingly, and you do it consistently. That's the key, consistency. We have another individual who's going to be talking about business cards, credit cards, how to use credit cards to buy mobile homes. We bought many credit cards using PayPal's, American Express. I probably shouldn't mention some of those names on here, but credit cards, you can use them as well. And then my first coach and mentor, whoever coach and mentor me, will be at the event also talking about opportunities and other real estates that you can venture into also. It is a one-day full pack of education. Bottom line, day number 2, okay? Day 2, which is Sunday morning, that's when we actually take you out to a park. That's where you get to go see by my side and shadow me. You get to see what I'm looking at to see if it's a good deal, not a good deal. Can we make it into a good deal? Let's play negotiation, right? So all this thing happens on June 24th, June 25th, but we will 25th, 26th, I'm sorry, but we will give you all the details next Saturday at 9:30 in the morning. Any last questions before we go? All right, it is 8:30. It's past my dinner time, so I will let you all go, but thank you all for joining me. We'll see you on Tuesday night. Have a good night.